All right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your personal development coach. I am Dean Linda Hughes. It's such a pleasure to be coming to you on this Friday evening, October the 20th. This is our Dean Linda Hughes Personal Development Institute. I will be your coach. I am your host and your coach. It's such a wonderful day, TGIF. I don't know about you, but I'm grateful for another day, and I'm grateful for another week, and manifestations, and just gratitude, and gratefulness, and the joy, and the peace, and the adventurous things of life. And I'm so excited. I'm excited about life. I was thinking today, and that's when you know that you're on the road to personal development, is when you can be excited about life. You're happy to be life and looking at your life and how your life is developing, how your life has developed is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Dolores McGray, hello, that's my mother. Glad to have you. I want you to take out time real quick, and I excuse me, I need you to go over to my YouTube page and like, subscribe, even on this Facebook page, like, subscribe. You're able to do good comments. And if I think the comments is right on time to what I'm doing, then I'll bring it up on the platform, your comment, but make sure your comment is addressed to what we're dealing with. You don't speak to nobody. We're not doing that. This is a coaching platform, or you don't contradict somebody on the platform. Okay, is that what I'm all about? This platform is all about. It's about helping people develop to become a better version of themselves, their divine self, what you're supposed to be, what you're made to be. It's going to be good. I was saying, why don't you call some people that's in relationship, gone through breakup. We got you tonight. We got you some tools on how to deal with a narcissist. We're going to deal with that. So real quick, while you're on, begin to text somebody, send over the link to them, let them know that Dr. Hughes is on the line. Dr. Sutton, glad to have. Now, let me say this. We're on 6 platforms across the world. So if I don't mention you when you come on, I can't see. I only have one set of eyes. I've got 4 monitors and cameras. So if I don't say anything, let me know. Let me know. If I don't say anything, I can't see you coming on the platform. Okay. We are growing. Our company is growing. My passion is mental health. I am a pioneer of what I am doing. And one of my mentors, a very dear friend of mine from Chicago, Reverend T.L. Barrett, he said something to me last night. He said, you got to remember you're a pioneer. When you're a pioneer, it may not be popular, may not be this, but just keep pioneering. And this is what I'm doing. This week I'm in the business of, and I'm going to do some political commentaries at the end. Jordan did not get, he got the nomination, but he did not get the gavel. He did not get that. So we're going to deal with that at the end of the program. We want to deal with right now relationship. I was able to this week to manifest a debt-free bill. I was able to manifest a debt-free. I didn't say pray for it, but I say manifest, because I begin to speak to the bills. And I begin to speak, and I am a tither, and all of the things it takes for success. And I always see you should look for, and let me say this. I was talking to somebody, one of my clients this week, and they didn't mean nothing. They said, oh, there's no little blessing. You got a big blessing. There's no little blessing or big blessing. That's the way you look at it. A blessing is a blessing. Whatever God does is good and it's big. Okay. He doesn't do big things and small things. Oh, I got a little blessing. Don't diminish what you have manifested. I don't care if I see a penny on the ground, that's a manifestation. That's a penny towards my, you know what I'm saying? You never, you don't have to do these things, but it's a little pet peeve for me. If I see a penny on the ground, that's money. It's not a little money. It's a penny. It's money. You watch your pennies. You don't have to worry about your dollars. Okay. So you understand what I'm saying? So I was able to manifest a bill debt free this week. I'm going to tell you how it went down because you have to always connect the dots and calm your nerves because sometimes there's a blessing could be in disguise. A bill that I thought that I had paid. I've been paying every month. And I thought I paid it. And I got a notice. I'm like, wait a minute now. I just paid this bill 2 weeks ago. So I made a call, and one of mine says, stay calm, because sometimes you can call and you can be real jumpy, and the person on the other end of the phone can help you get a blessing. Okay. So learn how to manifest things. And there's no, again, for those just popping on, there's no such thing as a small blessing or big blessing. God doesn't do a small thing or big thing. Y'all relate to God as you relate to people. They give you $1. Okay, thank you. You give you $1,000. Ooh, thank you. But manifested blessings are just manifested blessings. I don't look at them as small. I don't look at them as big. I look at them as thank you. And I look at them as being able to receive through my faith, through my visualization, through my confession, through my thoughts. I'm able, through the mind of Christ, I'm able to manifest the thing. So I got on the phone with the lady, and Dr. Sutton, I just stayed real calm and real relaxed. And I said, I paid this bill. She said, no, it was paid the 20th. And I said, well, the day, oh, that's right, there's the 19th. I forgot. And she began to talk, to me and talk. She said, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead on and just wipe this out? And she said, okay. And I said, okay. So I said, so, and it's sometimes the things are happening for us and we don't even catch it. And I said, so when do I pay? She said, you're done. I said, what do you mean? And this is an ongoing, I'm not talking about a credit card or something. This is an ongoing, bill that you would have all the time. And they said, don't worry about it. You just go on and don't worry about paying us. I said, well, they said, don't worry about anything. You still got what you got, and we're still going to service what you're doing, and you're done. You're good. See, this is what I'm saying, understanding how to tap into what's already done and what the Spirit and what God is trying to bring you to a point of understanding manifestations. Okay. So, and we're moving. Our company, I want to give you, because those that support, those that help me, thank you so much. Those that we're getting Stripe set up for our subscription, for the Dylan and Hughes personal development. I'm finding different apps. I want to give you an understanding where I am, what we're doing. So I appreciate all of you that's contributing. And I mean, some of you contribute. I mean, y'all do really good. And I don't look at it as a big blessing or a little blessing. I thank you. If it's $5, I thank you. If it's that $9.99 subscription each month, I thank you for that. I appreciate everything. I don't want to manipulate you with your money because it's your money that you work for. And I'm offering a guaranteed service of personal development that will help you. Let me say that this is not a religious platform. This is not a church platform. It's a Christ-centered personal development platform. Okay. We're doing things. I begin to speak. I begin to get little, I'm trying to show you how to manifest it. We're going to get into relationship. We're going to get there. I begin different countries that I want to take Dylan and Hughes Personal Development Institute into. I begin to look at their flags and begin to speak. I'm going into Kenya, going into Pakistan, starting Wednesday. I don't know how we're going to do this. I know I can do it every Wednesday morning, but starting Wednesday, I think it's 6:30 my time, 3:00 their time. At some Wednesdays, I will be the institute is in Pakistan. There's a group of people. I didn't even know they had been following me. They sent me screenshots of most of the, let me say about 10 of these platforms, 10 of these shows that they have watched. So they want me to come on and start doing personal development with them on Wednesday afternoon in Pakistan, also Kenya. Personal development. I begin to say, I did not say I want to be in those countries. I begin to say I am there. The reality of done. You've got to manifest your faith, thinking, acting like it's done. Thinking, acting like it's done. This is what calls the Spirit to manifest things, because the only thing the Spirit knows is now, the present moment. Everything else, if you go in your past, is an imaginational illusion. It's not real. Well, it happened, but it's no longer happening now. If it's happening now, it's only happening in your thoughts or your perception or in your thought world. So when you dwell in the past, when you live in the past, are you listening to me? You're living in an illusion. You can't even go back and get it. That person, sometimes you're mad at somebody that died 20 years ago. They're gone on. You got to let it go. The greatest power is learning how to let go. Letting go. Letting go doesn't mean you never remember it. Letting go doesn't mean you don't get that sensational feeling of negativity, of hurt, or pain. I did a wake up and I said, why do you allow, I can't remember exactly, but how to stop people from hurting you and understanding that you have boundaries. You get hurt because you don't have any boundaries. You know, well, I'm just tired of getting hurt by people because you don't have any boundaries. That's for another show. Let's get into relationship, okay? Nearly half of U.S. adults say dating has gotten harder for most people in the last 10 years. You can show affection with words, physical touch, or gestures. Acceptance and validation are also important. Something that I wrote down about communicating in a relationship, I kind of got it at the end, but many times, I want to throw it in now before I forget, many times people, they don't want to answer you, so they touch. You ever been, you ask a person something, instead of them answering, they start to reach, wait a minute, no. Let's not keep jumping over this with the touch. I thank you for the touch, but answer the question. We're going to get to that later on. Hey, Reverend Dr. Otis Richmond, a great man of God. His father was a great friend of mine. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, in the house. All right. So in the middle of dating, getting into dating, you must ask a person. These are some coaching questions that I do in my sessions with my clients. What does trust mean to you? Trust can mean certain things to certain people. You got to ask that person, what does trust mean to you? Because in any relationship, there has to be a trust. Every time they leave the house, you got to trust them. Something that I do when I leave the house, and my wife just left to go to the store with my baby. We know where we're going. If I change something, I let her know. No, not that she's controlling me, not that I'm controlling her, but things happen. If something happened, is what where was the last person your husband was, or he was at ShopRite, he was at Walmart, whatever. It's just a matter of respect, and this is something that's missing in our society. People respecting each other. Even you're married, my wife have her businesses, I have my businesses, and we have our businesses. See what I'm saying? And so you got to figure out how to make this stuff work, because there's so many attacks. Politically, I deal with my political commentaries at the end of the show about Jim Jordan and the field. I get into the show, but I want to deal with relationship. First of all, you must become a whole person first. You're trying to deal with relationship, be in a relationship. Number one, you're not whole. Let's go back. Number one, you're not developed. You're not developed. This is why I started my company, my personal development company, because helping people personally develop. You've got millionaires, you got sports figures, you have you've got movie stars, that's not developed. And when you're not developed, money can bring out the best in you, but money can bring out the worst in you. Now, notice I said something a few weeks ago when it didn't say the love of money, but the Christian Bible say for the love of money. What do you want it for? What are you going to do? What do you want it for? What are you going to do with it? What's your mission? What's your purpose? For the love. And I know religious people say, well, the love of money. It did not say that. It said for the love of money. What is it for? What you're using it for? What's your purpose? What is it for? So there's nothing wrong. First of all, you've got an understanding of developing you. You've got childhood stuff that's never been fully developed, and you haven't been healed. I was thinking today, all throughout the day, there's an inner monologue and dialogue that's going on around you. You're talking and your mind is talking. Are you listening to me? So what you have, what is that voice that we call it the inner critic? Psychology, we call it the inner critic. What is it saying to you about you? What is it saying to you about your relationship? Because the inner critic can tell you something about your mate that may not be true. That's why I tell folks, you got to fact check. If there's something going on, you wondering something, bring it out. Now, if you can't bring it out, that's a development stage in your relationship, whatever your relationship, whether it's marriage, or however you want to be, your partner. I started to use some terminology using now, but I do it the later time. Your partner or your significant other, however you want to put it, there has to be an understanding. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Then people, you got to believe in each other. Can I say it again? Whoever your partner is, you have to believe what in each other. All right. You need to know, what does trust mean to you? Number two, how was conflict handled in your family? If conflict was handled with flying saucers, okay, if it was handled with throwing this or throwing that or tearing up the house or of this and that or domestic violence, if it was handled that way, you have to make sure that this person has, because we are products of our environment. So you've got to make sure that this person, what kind of environment have they come from? Okay. What was their, what I was saying, how did they handle conflict? The person you're dealing with now, how does this person handle conflict? Do they leave and go away for 2 or 3 days and you don't see them? Or whatever. If you don't get an understanding in relationships, there will always be a misunderstanding. I want to say this again. If you don't get an understanding in relationship, say many of you go in relationships with the love, with the lonely vibration going, that needy, lonely vibration, and it can be picked up. When you're a good person, when you're a good woman, when you're a good man, sometimes you're giving off a vibration and people that's looking for that, because what you're looking for is looking for you. Okay, whatever you're putting out, that's what you draw. This is why you've got to develop yourself. When you can be whole by yourself, when you can enjoy you, even though you're in a relationship, even though you're married, you're still an individual. You still have to be your own best friend. Love thy neighbor as thyself. You can't love. You have people that have never loved themselves. And I feel this show tonight. You have people that don't even know how to love themselves. They spend their life sabotaging themselves, but yet they're saying, I'm tired of being by myself. Maybe this is a time that you begin, only you can develop you. Only you can make you happy. Nobody else can make you happy. They can add to your happiness. Nobody can make you happy. Now that you're single, are you happy? Well, I'm not happy. Why are you not happy? Because I want somebody. Wrong, 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 wrong. Be happy with having you, knowing you. And it's a journey, but it's a wonderful journey when you start liking you and you start loving you and understanding you. Okay? How do you feel? You can ask them this. How do you feel about work? How do you see it changing in the future? You've got to be in a relationship or have a partner, a significant other, of someone that has a progressive mind. You can't get involved with them. Well, I want to help them. Yeah, you got to help them with a already helping mind. Okay, I like that. A ready to help mind. You ready for your help. Because you can want for something. You can want for somebody that don't want something for themselves. So in your dating, in your communicating, you got to see what they want. In my coaching with my clients, I want to see what they want first. Do they want what I have to offer? Because I know what I have to offer will change lives, because I'm in the business of making millionaires. I'm in the business of helping people develop and liking themselves and become a better person. Okay? And understand that life is wonderful. See, but there are times I meet people, they don't want it for themselves. I meet so many people that would rather retract back to the religious way of living, of bondage. Come on, somebody. When I got free, I got free. I love life. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my family. I'm learning to enjoy me. I get up and I go to Starbucks and, I get ahead of myself. You can't just lay there in the morning. Sometimes when you lay there, it's something will be called cortisol. All the negative things that have happened begin to go through your mind. So you have to meditate and then get in front of your day and get ahead of your day, and you have to take charge of your day. Can I say it again? You have to take charge of your day, and don't let worry, don't let this, don't let that. Take control of your day. Let me say this. Don't let conditions, outside conditions, take control of your day. You ought to let one thing in the morning destroy your whole day. That means that thing is bigger than you. One negative call, one bill collector call, and your whole day is messed up. You can do what you can do. Pay your bills, but don't kill yourself in trying to do it. Okay? All right. Let's move on. You have to ask the person, what does family mean to you? What does family mean to you? My mother was a single parent. She had a great job. She's on Dolores McRae. She did a great job. Hey, Sister Grace, I like to acknowledge those that's on all the time, but there's others on other platforms that I'm on that's on all the time, but I can't see you because I can only look at one camera, okay? So we're glad to have you. She was a single parent. I remember one time, I think I had to be 10 or 12, or maybe she can pull it up. She worked, we lived in Fort Lauderdale. She was a nurse. She worked with my brother and I. He's a pastor, Dexter. He pastors in Winter Haven, Florida. And as a single mother, I did everything I could to have her back. And this was, thank you, Sister Grace. I did everything I could to have my mother's back as a single parent. Because when we got up in the morning to go to school, we would see her. But when she worked 3 to 11, so by the time we got home from school, she was going to work. By the time she came home from work, we were in the bed. But she set up a system for us. And as I was 10, 12, we stuck with that system. Never went outside. Nobody had to say. We saw Dara and Dexter outside because I had her back. She was a single parent. And I know tonight there's a lot of other single parents and those of you that's on. Let me say this. I was single for many years. Yeah, I've been married before. Yeah. And I was single for many years. But I didn't really focus on that. I focused on doing what I was doing at that time as a minister. I'm still a minister, but I'm a coach and a lot of the businessmen and all of the things that I have created and to become a part of my reality. You have to create stuff in your life. Look at me. Many of you are living unhappy. You're bubbling on the inside. You want to start. You want to do some other things in your life, but you don't know how. You don't know where to start. You're ready for change. And you feel there's something big getting ready to happen for you, but you just don't know how to position yourself. We're waiting for manifestation, but you prepare yourself so when it happens, you're ready. You want to be a millionaire. What would you do right now if, well, I don't like to say giving a millionaire because people want somebody to give you something. Or if you had, let me say that, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? You don't know. You know why? Because you've never studied financial literacy. That $1 million should make babies. $1 million not a lot. $1 million, just stay in the same house you're in right now and take that money and do something else with it. 3, 4 years down the road, you got a business, and then the money's making babies. Money's supposed to make babies, not make worry. And I know we have challenges. It's because as human, we're biased to negativity. We're biased to worry. But you got to get a hold of it. You got to get a handle with it. And why do people get upset when you correct them and being positive? Man, anything I've been saying, if it's not empowering, if it's not going to cause manifestations, if it's not going to help me feel better in a positive, high energy way, then I correct myself and I say I cancel and I delete that. If I find myself an emotion that's lingering, because after you think a thought after 17 seconds, it brings other thoughts just like it. If you don't believe me, try it. You sit there for 17 seconds with a thought, you're in a rabbit hole. All right. So you learn how to be alert and you catch yourself. If you don't know what to say, just say, don't say anything. Because sometimes you don't know what positive or what to say in faith. Well, that's important that you know the word. The word helps you replace negative stuff. You want to say, all things work together for the good. More from and in against me. You can plug it in with that. Don't let negative stuff park in your parking spaces because you'll have a parking lot full of none but a lot of negative thinking. Okay? You got to have someone. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done? I go to church. I ain't asking you that because we're not going to have revival at home 24/7. You're not going to have church at home 24/7. So you got to know if you like hiking, if you like going out, if those things have been your dream to camping or climb Mount Everett, climb Mount Rainier, that's fine. And you don't give up your dream. Look in this camera. You don't give up your dream, your wishes for nobody, your desires. You don't cancel your desires for a man or for a woman or forfeit what you worked for a relationship in the next. Because if he's the one, he's going to support what you're doing. My wife and I, we support each other. And what she's doing, I support her. She supports me. We're individuals. You have to realize that. But you're going to need somebody that's going to push you. You push them and they push you. So I don't know what your adventure is. My wife liked rock climbing. She loved climbing. I don't. But when she does it, I go with her. You see what I'm saying? So even though I don't do it, I'm supportive of her. Well, why you want to do that? You shouldn't be out there trying to climb. Don't let nobody cramp your style. Wake up, y'all. This is a journey. And it's a wonderful journey. And you create your own reality. Nobody tell you what you should do. You listen, can I tell you one of the reasons why you're not experiencing success in life? Because you're listening to the wrong people. You let other people rain on your parade, tell you what to do, what you shouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. Well, that's you. You were born an original. Don't die a copy. Okay. Can I say it again? You were born an original. So don't die a copy. Are you listening to me? Die you. Be you. Great song that Frank Sinatra say, I had it my way. When you close your eyes, you live the life. You live the God life that he put within you. You did the things, you traveled. Last year we went, last year, 2 years, right before COVID, we chartered a yacht and went fishing. Didn't cost that much. Y'all think a lot of stuff costs much? No. People need money. Businesses need money. They'll work with you. Okay? Very good price. I didn't tell the price, but with the Virginia Beach, it went way out. Took us like 3 or 4 hours to get out. And we sat there and fished. Enjoyed it. See? My wife went. It's something we want to do. Let me keep going. So you have to ask them, what is the most adventurous thing that you've done? Ask them that. You need someone with a growth mindset. You need someone with a growth mindset. Because you're working, many of you are ambitious. Many of you trying to build a corporation. You're trying to build a company. You're not trying 5 years from now. You don't want to be sitting looking and just waiting on something to happen. And you didn't accomplish anything. You didn't develop nothing. You haven't manifested anything. You're just working to pay bills. That's not living. Look in the camera. Just working to pay bills. That's not living. That's slavery. Mortgage comes from the word mortuary. Death. It can't be a death if you let it. It can be a death if you. You listen to me. You don't just work. Millionaires don't chase money. I taught it a while back. Money is the lowest form of wealth. Millionaires chase their business. And you're sitting, I'm waiting on the Lord to give me money. He gives ideas, and you don't get the ideas until you step out. And you may have to do 10 things before you finally find your niche. And once you find your niche, you keep on rolling. You don't find your niche and stop. You take your niche, and your niche make babies. Your money make babies, and your business idea make babies. You keep on going, and you believe in you. Nobody's going to believe in you like you. Look at me. And I want you to feel, I want you to see and hear the words coming out of my mouth. No one's going to believe in you like you because you know what you want. You can try to share what you want to do, but they're not going to get it. You got to get out there and get it on your own. Okay? Moving on. Ask these questions and learn how to see whether this is where you are headed. If it's not where you're headed, that person may just be for a friendship relationship. And it's always good to start off as a friend. Don't meet them today. I'm going to get into that. I may do a part 2 series. I always say that I got so much information. Hey, y'all, I've been doing wake ups, and I've done it. I've reached my 1,000 wake up mark. I'm at 1,005, and I got to give myself a hand clap because I started doing it. And there were days I took a week off, and only took a week off because I had a phone. I couldn't get my phone working right. You see what I'm saying? But it feels good to consistently do something positive and see results. The more you do, I didn't know I was a blogger. I didn't know I could do posts. Didn't know that. I didn't know I could put them together and it just comes like songs come to a songwriter. I didn't know that until I started doing it. You don't know what you can do until you start. I'm going to get better. I'm letting different apps take me. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting different apps take me. I didn't just go out and thank you for your support because I was able to invest in a better app, but I'm apping myself to where I want to be because I'm learning. I don't know. I'm learning. So in learning, I'm seeing which apps is taking me where I finally want to get. But I've done 1,004 daily mental. Can I say it again? I've done 1,004, and I am so glad. Daily mental wake ups. There were times I didn't feel like it. I said, I'm not really, it's just like this week. I'm sending them out, and that's why respond to me, comments, let me know what's going on. There's Sister Grace. She said, yes, true. Then she said, good topic. Thank you, Sister Grace. I appreciate that. Keep your comments coming even after I go off and your support. Again, we're working Pakistan. We're working Kenya. Guy called me Pastor, what's his name? Pastor Matthew. He called me from Kenya. Can't think of the pastor from, and I know he's probably watching, so forgive me, from Pakistan. And these are areas, these are 2 of the 3 cities that I want personal development go in, and 2 is already manifested. Sydney, Australia is next. Yes, it's Sydney, Australia. Yes. Okay, let's get into this some more. All right. It's very important to let time pass while you're here. I'm talking about breakups now. Don't break up in a relationship and a week later you jumped into something else. And I'm going to tell you why people do that too. I'm going to answer that tonight on this coaching show. Okay. It's very important to let time pass because usually what happens automatically in a bad relationship, we automatically blame the person. You did this, you hurt me, it's the blame game. You said this. Let me tell you something. If you're not married and a person say, baby, I ain't gonna never leave you, don't you put all your stock in that. They haven't even put a ring on it. And I'm gonna be point blank because I know these are different. I'm still a little old school. I still got a little classic stuff in me. Marriage is still good. Marriage is still honorable. I know we're in a different time. I'm not going to get in that because it's a coaching show and I don't do, religious stuff. I do spiritual stuff. But I don't try to indoctrinate anybody religiously. I put it like that. But we still understand the institution that was set up from the beginning. Let me say that. We know the institution that's set up, and I still believe in an institution, okay? Put it that way. Whatever your thing is, I understand that too. Your partner, your significant other, I'm still talking to you, all right? So you shouldn't jump into anything serious until you're absolutely ready, until you know that you're ready, until you've done some self-inventory on yourself. Because initially, you blame the person in the breakup, or the person that made you feel like it's your fault. And that's what a narcissist do. I'm headed to that. They make you feel, well, see, you didn't support me, or you, and then you believe that. You believe that. You're not responsible to make anybody else whole. Even as a coach, in the services I render in my coaching business, I can only give people the tools. You can bring people to the water. You can't make them drink. See, you can't take a person and just spoil them all of it. Just boom, give them everything. You don't even know them. So when they leave you in 4 months, you're hurt. I don't understand. But you said you was going to be with me. You said you ain't never leave me. You said, and you believed, and you never sat down, went within, and said, hold on, wait a minute, I'm moving too fast. So then they're gone in 4 months. It's not their fault. I got to tell you as a coach, that's your fault. Because you weren't supposed to take stock and value, or whatever they call it, in a 4-month relationship. You went in because you, in the name of loneliness, you've been so lonely until you just dived in. And you never been, and you didn't get all the information. You don't even know their real name. Let's go on that. You meet people, you don't even ID them. Hi, my name is whoever. I don't want, because I don't want this to call somebody name on the program. My name is Mary. If you're married, I'm not talking about you. Oh, my name is John Doe. Oh, you're talking? Give me your number. All right. You're talking. Y'all talking. Y'all talking. He could be wanted by America Most Wanted. We're laughing, but it's real. So if it's legit, you can say to him and to her, is it okay? Now, this is what I do in relationship. You can tell them I run background checks, especially if you got children. You don't bring them home and there's not been a background check. Could be a sexual offender. You see what I'm saying? You investigate. My wife, she investigated, did a background check, knew everything. Everything's on the internet and legally. Did the federal prison. She knew she had all that. And I didn't get upset because I had nothing to hide. So if he or she get upset because you asked can I see your ID? I want to know exactly who I'm dealing with. Okay? Now, ladies, don't give your ID. You give your ID, but cover your address up. Okay? Because you don't know your address right away. But no, fact check. That's something I've said on the show. Y'all do fact check. Just don't jump into something because you so in the sense you've been by yourself so long. Now someone's paying you attention, but you may be vibrating somebody or drawing somebody that's not for your good because you're giving off. I'm lonely, lonely. That's the vibration. That's the frequency you get. Lonely, 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 and that's going to draw somebody else that's looking for somebody that's just lonely. You want to mind. When you meet people, you meet minds. You meet their past. You meet their beliefs. You meet their desires. You meet their precepts. Okay. You meet their perception. You meet their belief system. You're not meeting a human. I don't care how they look. You got to realize you're not meeting looks. And people are damaged. People have mental health challenges and have never been healed, won't get therapy, won't get help. Therapy is like mental therapy is like going to a doctor. Doesn't mean that you're dying or you're bad. You just want to get checked. You want help. The same thing in coaching, the same thing in therapy. You're running to preachers. They can't help you because they're not trained in coaching or therapy. And many times it's manipulating you, a manipulation thing. Let's be honest. I've been saying that. Okay, so sit down and get yourself together and develop you. When you develop, you keep drawing the wrong man because something in you is drawing him. Face it. Face it. You're too needy. You don't get up and do anything for you. You're looking for somebody to take care of you. I'm being real today as a coach. If you're on, you're on. If you go, you go. You swipe, you swipe. That's up to you. You don't need, you take care of yourself. You need a man to come give you this and come give you that and do it for yourself. He'll do it, and when he leave, he take it. But if you stand up as a woman, you stand up as a man and accomplish it yourself. If he leave, you can say, wait a minute, you ain't packing quick enough. Let me pack for you. If she leave, let me pack for you. And you're not wondering what I'm going to do, how am I care. You know what? If you're in a condition, if you're in a place where you're in a relationship solely because you need somebody to take care of you and take care of your kids, really? Look at me. You're better than that. You're better than that. There has to be a better way. You know why it's a better way now? Let me tell you why. You can work from home. You can do your side hustle at home. If you got a degree, you can coach people. You can coach people. Well, let me say this, because it takes a little bit more in coaching. Let me say this. You can tutor people. You're good in math, and you know math, algebra, and all that other stuff that we don't use every day. Use that in tutoring people. Pick up a few tutors. Okay, $350 a piece. That's $400-500 extra dollars. But if you're not developing yourself, you don't know your skills. It's the skills that make money. It's not God that gives you money. He's already given us the power to get it. But it's your talents, it's your gifts, it's your skills, it's your developing, it's your unlearning, constantly learning that produces your money. Your money's in your mind. Your mind is a money drawing. Money comes out of your mind. You draw it through your ideas. God, I hope I'm helping somebody tonight. You want to make more money, you're not even developed. And you're looking for, why do you want to get married? Because you want somebody to take care of you. That's not a reason. You're better than that. Get your butt up and take care of yourself and try to do something. So when that person does come, you've got something to offer. And I find that I'm going to be real tonight. And I find it so often in the religious community, they don't teach y'all how to do that. You don't even know how to cook. You don't know how to fry an egg. Come on, somebody. But you want a husband. And you're not even whole yourself. You don't even know you. You haven't made peace with yourself. You haven't made peace with your past. You haven't made peace with the last relationship you're in. You're still dibbling and dabbling in there. And you know it's not a good relationship. But you do it because of sex. Because you want to get some. And when it's all over, you feel terrible. And you're right back where you started. He gives you $20, $25, $30 and you're happy. Pay a phone bill and you're happy. Come on, somebody. Give you $50 for lunch each week and you're happy. Look at me tonight. You're better than that. Stand up on your own. Women, come on. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't even get into crazy stuff. Hello, somebody. You're better. Look at me. You're better than that. Well, I'm just waiting on a husband. Just do you. I wasn't, when I traveled. That's the only time that, it was more traveling as an itinerary minister. I wasn't looking around. Is that her? That her? No. I got busy doing, hey, Kendra, I got busy doing what you do you. And for God's sake, don't abandon your dreams and your desires and your ambitions in the name of loneliness. Whatever you desire, I said before, if you want to be a surfer, you meet somebody, he can't talk you out of surfing. You want to climb mountains, you climb the highest mountain. What you want to travel the world, and stop taking down on your dream, because your mind, your thoughts, you can't see how it's going to be done, so you don't believe you can do it. You're not supposed to see the how. You're not supposed to know the who. You're not supposed to know the when. You're not supposed to know the where. You're supposed to just develop and get a momentum and move yourself in the direction you want to go. And as you go, as you develop yourself to the law of attraction, it comes into that journey. It's a journey. It's a good journey. You got to get rid of that religious mindset in order to get it. You sacrifice too much to get where you are. Many sacrifice your education, and then you get somebody no good that don't even have no diploma, not even trying to get anywhere. You're talking about a company, and he's looking at you like, wait, why are you trying to do all that? That's a red flag that you're not the mind that I can take with me. You're not the mind. Yet that person is not the mind. You know it within your spirit. You know that this is not what I want to do. This is not who I want to deal with the rest of my life, because there's no get up and go. You've been with them long enough and they still have not trying to do nothing. And Raina, what are you trying to do? Live your dream. Look in the camera. Live your dream. If you think you can't, then you won't. If you think you're beaten, it's over. You're not going to get everything out of one relationship. But if you're not getting some of the things you need, cut it loose. Let it go. Well, I've been in it so long. It's better to get out of it now than stay in it 10 more years, and you're getting older and you have nothing. Don't live. I determined I would not live with regrets. That song, Frank Sinatra, I had it my way. I'm creating the reality. You create the reality. You create the life you want. You got to take control of your life. You got to know what you want. Y'all talk about what you don't want, but you're afraid to talk about what you want as if you already have it. Well, I can't say that around people. They're going to think I'm crazy because you're around the wrong people. But people talking, I got clients and they talk about I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Maybe it's not fully manifested, but I understand what they're trying to do. See, you're trying to build your dream around people that's dream killers. They're dream killers because they don't have a dream and they're looking at you crazy and you trying to convince them. Yeah, I'm excited. I've got an invention that I'm working on, an app that I'm working on. I was in the shower today. The best place to get ideas, the best place to worship, the best place to praise God, I learned is in the shower many times because the clothes in section. I came up with another idea. I said, oh my God. I began to search. When you get into you and get your mind off of conditions and get your mind off of people that ain't going nowhere. Why do you keep dealing with folks that not doing anything? It amazes me. Come on. Be you. My post today, you got your cyber person and you got the real person. Some of you are cyber. Some of you look at these cyber person on social media. It ain't real. And you, before you know it, you slip into social comparison. I know as humans, we can socially compare, but we have to watch that. Because then you find yourself trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're overworking yourself. You get off the track. You get out of your path because you're trying to get something. It happens. You make it happen in you and it'll manifest in your life. You make yourself a better person. You develop you. You become what you want. And you say, I have it now. The reality of done. That's a book that I'm working on. The reality of done. This stuff is already on the earth. But the problem is they portrayed God to you as another person. He's spirit. He's not man. Okay? You don't have to say, Lord, remember me. He can't forget you. He cannot forget you. He's omnipresent. He lives in you. You live in him. Come on. So you got to take him as I'm one with him. Everything you need is already here. He ain't running here and running to Tampa and running to Mexico. No, he put everything he has. H-A-T-H, Ephesians 1:3. He has given us. He has given us. He didn't say that he's going to do it. People say, God's going to do this. He's going to do that. That's wrong terminology. That is not scripture. He has done it. When he met folks, he didn't say, oh, go on, I'm going to do it. He said, thy faith have made thee whole. You get in the spiritual alignment of what you're believing for. You get your faith. You work your faith. Now, as you work your faith, I sound like I'm preaching now. As you work, but I'm coaching preaching. As you work your faith, you develop you. You draw it because of you. He loves you so as you develop yourself to the law of attraction, it comes to you. Are you listening to me? You better know when you're dealing with a narcissist. It's all about them. And you find a lot of highly successful people display this personality traits of a narcissist. Many people, leadership. When you're in a relationship, you got you got to recognize right away. This person's a narcissist. It's all about them. When you're talking, they're drowning you. It's all about what they want to do, and they ain't doing nothing. They just talking. They ain't doing nothing. So now you're trying, what I really feel to really deal with, don't let nobody rob you of you. That's what I want to say. But if you don't know you, you become what somebody wants you to be. You become what a man wants you to be. This kind of woman I like. So here you are now trying to become that kind of woman that he likes. So now what happens? You're no longer you. You're not you no more. You're trying to be the woman or the man that he wants, or vice versa. And that's not how it works in life. This is a journey. Life is not a destination. It's a journey, and it can be a wonderful journey. I understand in faith, you're going to always deal with doubtful thoughts, but they don't control you. Because where we live in a physical, we're non-physical energy in a physical body. Okay? We're spirit living in this house, whether it's black house, white house, male house, female house, it doesn't matter. That's what color you are. None of that really matters. Okay? But where you are now, this is a time, and some of you been dealing with this lonely spirit. I'm just so lonely. I talked about being a difference between alone and loneliness. When I was single, I was alone. I was not lonely. Okay? Alone is by choice. I'm good. I'm doing what I'm doing. Loneliness is an emotion. And once you feed into that, you begin to draw a lot of other emotional folks. Stop talking about what you don't want. Don't be on the phone talking about what you don't want. and say, well, when I talk about what I do want, people act like I'm crazy. You're talking to the wrong people. How you doing? Glad to have you tonight. You talk to the wrong people. Okay. Here are some of the factors to point out when you know it's not a match. I feel judged. When you're around them, you feel like they're always judging you. You're happy about your day, and I had a wonderful day, and wanting to be able to come home and talk about work. Talk about your day. I mean, this is where you can really relax when you come in the door, and sometimes leave stuff at home. Y'all, please, I hear that. Stop talking about what you don't want or what somebody did to you, of all the bad things that happen. How many times a day you talk about all the bad things that happen? Why do you live there? Some of you have to you got to live negative. You got to live in a negative. And we're biased to negativity, don't mean you have to live there. But you feel you get more pity and you've lived in negativity so long, negativity becomes a comfort zone to you. And when somebody comes with something positive, look, hey, I can show you this, I can show you a better way, you get upset with me. And I meet people, I come across that. I don't come across too many because I keep on going. Okay. You feel that you need to fix them. You can't fix people. Get it out of this. Fix it. You want to fix everybody. You're on the phone with folks because you want to fix them. You want to fix their situation. Look at me in counseling. Let me tell you something in coaching that I'm very well. When people are talking to me in areas that they need coaching or what's going on, I'm listening because what they are telling me is their perception, and their perception may not be a reality. Very powerful point. Let me say this again. When you're listening to people and they, I'm going through this and this one did that, what? They ought to be ashamed. You don't know. That's their perception of what they're going through, of what happened, of what somebody did. So why get all into it? And this is what I experienced as a coach, as a spiritual advisor. But I learned to listen to people. And I ask people if I feel like I don't know about this. And I said, tell me more about this. And the more I hear about it, the more I realize that this is not true. Same with a lot of things we believe. I was trying to contact somebody. One of my mentors got many books out. They won't mention who. And I couldn't reach him. And I know there were several numbers. And my mind said, wonder why he won't return my call. Wonder what's going on. You can see how the mind goes. Zoop. Then I went back to a voicemail a couple of days ago that they were going to contact me. I see you trying to contact me. Give me a call, da 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 da. I'm going to give you a call. And then I dialed the number from the voicemail and they answered. And they said, well, you were calling the wrong number. But I went 2 days and going through this emotional thing of trying to figure out they won't call me back because to find out I was calling the wrong number. You see how we get, it's okay, we're human, but we have to check stuff. Before we go into an emotion, let me say this, look at me, y'all. Before you go into an emotional rabbit hole, always check stuff to make sure, because your emotions will lie. Oh, I know I'm right. You don't know you're right. You know it's don't. Because many times come to find out we were not right. So you deal with something carefully. Can I say it again? And I may go a few minutes over tonight because it's good. This is good. You deal with stuff carefully in dealing with people. Don't just jump because people tell you something. Don't just jump. Wait it out a little while. There's a 72, I think there's a 72-hour, a 40-hour rule, 70-hour rule. When you're going through something before making a major decision, wait 72, I think it's 72-hour rule. Wait 72 hours making a major decision. Don't jump up and make, because you're making a decision out of your emotions. And many times you're dealing with people out of emotions. So you can't fix everybody. Another thing, when I try to help them, nothing seems to change. You know why? Because they're not trying to change. You're wasting energy. And I know we're human, we go through things, but you have to deal with people that at least trying to accomplish some things in life. Nobody's responsible for your life but you. Look in the camera. Nobody's responsible for your success but you. Thou shalt make that. Joshua 1:8 in the Christian Bible. I have to say that because I got people from all walks of life, all denominations on this platform. So I'm very respectful of that because they help keep the platform going. Okay. And that amount of compromise. No, I'm open. I know there's many religions, and I respect everybody's religion, everybody's truth, because there's truth everywhere. You know, I was thinking how people, I'm going to say this, people are so turned off with church now. You can't even feel good about inviting people to come to church. Remember those days, y'all? Those that I know that's been around for a while, that I know that's on, Kendra and others. I don't know, because why didn't call my name? But Sister Grace, I'm just giving, you see what I'm saying? Okay, Sister Grace saying, and it does drain you. And Sister Grace, I was putting up your comment, if you get what I was saying. Understanding, you can't fix people. They got to fix themselves. They got to want to be fixed. That's what I understand. My wife said something. We went to breakfast. My daughter. One day we went to breakfast, and she said, and she tried to encourage me, give me some ideas for my platform. She said, "Baby, you got to remember that everybody's not your client, and everybody is not your customer. That's the kind of people you need around you, that when you're trying to get something off the ground, they can at times come in and say something." She said, everybody's not your client, and everybody's not your customer in business. And I needed that, because I've got so much. I've did 1,004 wake ups, and it's only 300 over the last 2 years. That's only what, 700-800 wake ups every day. I think it's going on 2 years. I think it's going on 2 years. So there's wake ups that I haven't even put out yet. And I'm going to take the wake up, and she even told me how to go to what app company, what app store to go to my app store and put as an app that can even help me do the journal. D. Leonard Hughes, personal development. I'm just going to put daily devotion, not put my name. I don't have my name on it, but I put it at the bottom for credits. You don't have to do that. But your daily mental wake up. But when I started this, look at me, y'all. You can't take religious mindset and fulfill your passion. You got to be. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. Very spiritual person. I do my meditation. I go out in the mornings when the weather's due. I do my earthling. I take my shoes off. And I breathe in, enjoy the earth. We came from earth. We came from the dust. So there's a connection with us. You cannot separate God and science. God is science. Science is God, because he created it. I remember they told us that. Y'all running behind this science. What about that? That was the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. And I used to teach it. I'm real with mine. I didn't know that. I was saying what they were telling me to say. Well, I never fact checked it. But faith, God is science. Science is God. For he created. In the beginning, God, he created the heavens and the earth. So he's given people an understanding of the heavens, of the earth, the moon, Mars. And where's that information coming from? It's coming from God. How we progress from the horse and the buggy to cars, and now to electric cars. Oh, I don't know about all of these electric cars. That's because you're stuck. When people keep talking about, a friend of mine, he said something. I don't say friend. Yeah, a friend of mine. Yeah. He said, the signs of a dying church is the only thing they talk about is what we used to do. We used to do it. We used to do it this way. This is 2023. It's not, that's gone. I came from the days of let me say this, and even those that's on those that are on my coaching platform, let me just do this. I came from the days of A. Allen, Catherine Kuhlman, Jack Cole. Miracles. I believe in miracles. When I'm out on the road in that area of my life, in ministry, this is what I hold on. I see, that's what I see. Yeah, I see the miracles. Are you listening to me? So I understand where we are. And it's very important, because I've come out of the 8:30 thing, so I can kind of go with some other things, but stay with me. I did my hour of coaching. Now, this is still coaching. I'm still coaching. I understand. You got to know religiously where they are. There's no principles. They just saying anything. God said this and God said that and God's going to do. When I hear people saying God's going to do, I used to do the same thing. I know right away they don't understand what God has already done. He done. When he met folks, he said, according to your faith, be it what? Be it done. He didn't tell them, go on, I'm going to do it. So that means they tap into something that we can tap into. Healing is already here. Then I speak to you tonight. If there's anything going on in your body, I speak divine healing from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. If there's pain, I command that pain to go. In Jesus' name. I don't care what the doctor said. I command you to be healed. Well, how do you know D.L. Hughes? Because you're looking at someone that is healed from cancer. Prostate cancer, 3rd stage. No trace of cancer now. No trace. 0.0. I've got a new doctor, y'all. He's an older guy. He's good. He had me coming every month. I know why they do that. The flip side of that causes them to, make money. And he's expanding his business, and he had me to come every month. Okay. And he said, well, you're a little anemic. I said, okay. That's what he said. Last month, I went back to him this month. Oh, you're fine. You want to take some blood? I don't know. Maybe blood you take? No, I know. I don't mind going. I'm not paying for it. I got insurance. He's taking my blood. So I kept going back to him next month. And I did, well, you got me keeping me coming. Hey, okay, I'll see you next. I said, all right, Doc, I'll see you next month. Because it's self-care. Take care. When you see people, and I'm going to say this, I'm saying this to help. They're overweight. Their feet is big. I can say it because I was there. I was 310 pounds. I went to the cleaners today. I'm not one to do a whole bunch of clothes and buying clothes. I buy properties. I don't buy clothes. Okay, I don't buy a whole bunch of clothes and jewelry and all that. I like to buy property. I like to put money that can make babies. Okay, that's what wealth is. That's what building your business, building your brand. You build your brand. Look at me. You build your business, you build your brand, it's going to keep money coming. If you get $1 million, you make it, if I get $1 million, I ain't going to buy another house and buy another car. No, I'm going to take that million and make it make business, make it make babies in business. So that million in 2 or 3 years, another million. This is the way you have to think. Y'all have to change your thinking. You think too negative. You think too low of yourself. Your mind have told you what you can't do. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and get up. You on your knees begging and praying. You stay on your knees too long. Reverend Ike said somebody going to kick you in the behind. Get up and do something. Faith that works is dead. You gotta work towards it. Good evening. You haven't seen in a while. Glad you're on. Listen, I'm on 6 platforms, y'all. So if I don't say nothing when you come on, understand. Okay. So we understand where we're headed. I'm still talking. All right. You don't want to deal with somebody that's a victim. Ladies, no man wants to hear men. Nobody wants to hear how many men, how many women did you wrong, because you have taken on the victim syndrome and you're going to keep that. And at the end of the day, your whole relationship would be he's the victim or she's the victim, and you're trying to heal. You can help heal folks, but they got to take the healing balm in a relationship and heal themselves. Go in. You can't heal yourself without the right information. You can't change your mindset without the right information. Come on, somebody. You can't have wealth without the right. You don't know about life skills without the right information. And these are things. I did something on my platform, on my Facebook, things that school doesn't teach. I remember home economics. The little I know about cooking, I did. I know about typing. Y'all remember home economics? Y'all remember home economics? They don't have any of that now. The only thing school do is teach them how to remember something. They don't really teach them how to do anything. So you have to take it upon yourself and you develop. Look at me. Listen, as I develop me, I'm experiencing success. Because you shall make your way prosperous and thou shalt have good success. Didn't say God's going to do it. Get a husband, he's going to make you successful. Or if I just get a husband, my life will be better. Listen, you're going to get somebody that's going to dog you out. And when they go, they're going to take everything with them that they gave you. But if you got it yourself, get an attitude to get it yourself. Make it, young folks say, make it do what it do. Get up and do something. All right. If they're the victim, they're always the ones who get hurt or they think they do emotionally, physically, and always want someone to come and rescue them. And you all go out and rescue people. Hello, somebody. They're always complaining about something that has been done. And I got to move quickly. When you meet somebody that's like that, they're always complaining. Oh, this. The first conversation. Oh, I had a boyfriend. He did that. Don't do that. Hush. And I hope you ain't going to do me like that. Hush. Those are bad vibrations. The average person, I don't want to deal with this person's not healed. because you're already pulling too much and needy in your emotions. Build yourself up emotionally. Your emotions talk to you. Your mind talk to you. Get the right material. That's why I know what I do. If you would let me help you do this show, even therapy, even coaching, I guarantee you results. You say you guarantee? Look at me. How can I guarantee results? Because I'm seeing results. In healing, I got healed. Mentally, I'm getting healed. I'm manifesting results in business success. A lot of things I had to let go. A lot of people I love dearly, but I had to let go. I let go. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know you got to have people around you that's for you for your best interests. They're always talking about somebody that's always building somebody else up and making you feel like you're nothing. Get from around that. You let them do that. No, because you want to be in a crowd. I want to be. You get around the crowd and they make you feel like you ain't nothing. They talking about what they doing. You don't know. You don't know that. So why you feeling bad? Let them drive you to be, to do, and to have. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. All right. Controlling. That's all the part of being a narcissist. They want to control. Don't let nobody control you. You don't control that person. They don't control you. They have a life. Let them be free. Let you be free. Let them live their life. Relationships are so different, and those that's, let me say 50 and up or 60 and up. See what I'm saying? It's quite different. Quite different. So the needs of people are different. You don't need nobody that's needy. Okay? You don't need nobody that's too needy. Yeah, you meet people and they helping you, you helping them. I understand that. Okay? And they're always criticizing you. Why would you sit around someone that you're in a relationship with, even a friendship relationship, and they're always criticizing you about your dream, about what you want to be, what you want to do? I want to do some great things. I want to do great things in life, great things for God. I want this and that. Oh, well, when you hear that, it's time to go. Because that vibration, that energy have just rained on your excited parade. I heard it was Tyler Perry was talking about success. The higher you go, people begin to fall off. This is why where you are now, don't be so concerned about who's in your life, because as you go up, it may be just one of them. If you know 10 people, as you go up, maybe only half of a person gonna support you. Others won't come and take, but they weren't there on your journey. Okay? Let me keep going. You feel resentful. How do you feel? These are signs of emotional needs that must be met in relationship. I'm going a little longer tonight. You feel resentful. When your needs remain unaddressed or unmet, it is natural for the hurt that ensures your transition into resentment, irritation, annoyance, and anger. When you feel that your needs are being met, you become resentful, you become irritated, annoyed, and anger. You don't have to have that by yourself, because you don't have to get annoyed with yourself. You don't sabotage yourself. Learn how to treat you. Don't be so hard on you. You forget something, we all forget. And that's something I'm developing every at the end of every day. I do it tonight. I'll see how did I develop or what areas I need to develop. But listen, y'all, you need the right tools. This is what I do with my daily wake up. I give the right tools. No, it's not religious. It's for people. He loved the world. For God so loved what? The world. Religion did that. Oh, them people out there, they ain't got nothing. They're in the world. What's that? What you mean? We're in it too. We're not of it, but we're in it. But it caused people in religion to make church people feel like they were more. And now that's not plus. That's not, I tell folks I'm a spiritual, I'm a personal development coach, and I get their ear. And then they say, "Are you a minister too?" I said, "Yes, I don't deny it, but I go at a different way." Because again, inviting people to come to your church now, they ain't too exciting with people now, because they've seen so much. They've been manipulated so much. Their body's been manipulated, their time's been manipulated, their money's been manipulated. And I said all the time, you got to make sure you're with a leader. I'm going to do some political commentary in a minute. Very important. You got to make sure you're with a leader that cares about you, that cares about you and not lining his pockets. Even when I'm out, I challenge people to sow or donate or contribute, because they're giving to their own future. Even on my line, I don't challenge people on my subscription. It's from my company. Subscription goes right to the company for what I'm trying to work. The coaching part of it goes to me, part of it goes to the company. Because it's your money. It's your time. When you get up and go to church or wherever you go, it's your time and it's a precious time. But remember, you got a mind too. You got a mind too. You got dreams too. You got things you want to accomplish. Don't forsake that for nobody and for nothing and for no institution. No institution. You help, you contribute, you support, but remember, don't lose you in nothing in life. Don't let nothing cause you to lose you. You're learning you, you're liking you, you're healing you. Physician, heal thyself. And on this journey, here comes somebody that distraction. Oh, when I said that, somebody jumped, said, oh yeah, that person distracted. And you know somebody distracting you. Why do you stay there? Well, I don't want to hurt them. If hurting them is going to hurt you at this time of your life. I believe I meet people that's in a time. They're not in their season. I meet people that's in the right time. They're ready. The right timing. Can I say it again? Divine timing. Work on you. You work on you and get the right tools to work on you and get the material from Dealing and Hughes Personal Development that I send now. It's to help you. It kind of takes away from religion. That's what I'm trying to do. Get you out of that religious mindset and cause you to be spiritual and know who you are. Okay? All right. Jim Jordan did not get it. And I am so glad he did not get it. It was a plan. Now, when I talked about sovereignty last week, now this is when God takes over. We have a part that we're supposed to do. And for 2 days in the morning, I've been saying, I pull down that stronghold. See, y'all praying. Don't pray, speak it. You have what you say. And there's certain things he can't do until we say it. Because we have a voice in the earth. And ever since Jim Jordan put his name in the Republican had to be speaking to get that gavel, I said, I pulled down because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, y'all. Principalities, power, spiritual wickedness, rulers of darkness in high places. And I kept saying, I pulled down Jim Jordan. I pulled down that spirit. I pull it down. And I don't speak, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I guess I consider myself more of a independent or from a spiritual point as a kingdom person. That will be done, that kingdom come for the sake of the people. If Jim Jordan would have got the gavel, that whole Freedom Caucus, those 8 or 9, the Jim Jordans, the Gates, the Boebert, Marjorie Greene, they would have had to, and I was speaking, I said, this cannot happen. I speak, I take authority, and I pull down the stronghold of the principality, spiritual wickedness, and high places of Jim Jordan and that part of the Republican Party to do away with the institution, to do away with the Constitution. It has to stop. And I was so glad that those 25 Republicans had a backbone because the plan was to defund. One of the plans was to defund the federal Department of Justice to help with to kill the, y'all know what I'm saying, to kill the criminal case against Donald Trump. That was going to be a part of the plan to completely take over. But thank God for those 25. And they was trying to do it. He was trying to bully folks. Having folks, oh, I don't know anything about that. I heard him say, oh, I'm for the economy. You were behind it. And finally, when he saw that he was losing, he came out and said, oh, y'all stop that. I'm not supporting it. You started it, though. Let's be real. That's a problem. We have gone 17, 18 days without a House Speaker. We're in war. If Israel's in war, we're in war. That's our main ally, Ukraine. Come on. And they're so busy with an agenda. They're pushing an agenda, a Trump agenda that's not for the American people. And I'm so glad those 25 Republicans stood up and said no. Then the last thing they had was a backroom meeting and they voted. No, no way. Absolutely not. They voted him out. We don't know who's going to be next, but I tell you one thing, whoever's next is going to be better than a Jim Jordan. I can guarantee that. Listen, how are you going to, because the Speaker of the House is one of the ones in line, if something happens, I think it's the president, vice president, secretary of state, then the Speaker of the House. And the whole thing was to get Trump back in. I don't believe that's going to happen. Now, who's going to be next? I know they got a whole list of guys that put their name in. Whole list. But again, whoever is better, it is better than Jim Jordan. So we're going to wait. We're gone. They're going to come back Monday. They're going home for the weekend. They're going to come back Monday and Tuesday. And we could be, and as long as they got that rule that if one person want to remove you, that come on. Come on. We've never, these are unprecedented times. Politically, we've never been where we are now. We've never been where we are now. And some of the things they don't even know how to deal with. Even with the temporary pro temp House Speaker. They don't really know what to do. I would say empower him. I don't know him, but I've kind of been reading about him. He was the one that wanted to keep the House open. So why not empower him? They don't want to empower him because he's not that hard-nosed Jim Jordan, that bully. He ain't no bully. But the American people, my suggestion was every representative check back with your district. Put up a phone number. But they don't want that. Here's how it works. A friend of mine that used to, in Michigan, he was sharing, it's about money. When Trump calls them, here's a representative, a senator that was making extra $3 or $4 million. When Trump came in, they started making 15 to 20 million. That's all. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the district. They care about their PAC and the people that support them, the donors. That's who control them. That's the donor said, go with Trump, they go with Trump. The donor said, go with DeSantis, they go with DeSantis. It's up to the donors. But I'm grateful. I'm so grateful because I fought it the whole time and I was speaking. I pulled down the stronghold of Jim Jordan. I pulled it down. I pulled the stronghold down. And he came down and they voted him out. Scalise. Anybody but Jim Jordan, y'all, anybody. McCarthy made Gates sit down, told him to shut up. And then one of the representatives really went out, told him to shut the so-and-so up, or I'll knock you down, or whatever, said something. It's crazy. This is our house, the people's house. Come on, y'all people. I don't get into politics. You got a problem. If you don't get into it, you don't know what's going on. If you don't get into it, don't complain about what's going on. Even the couple of the representatives, they had phone numbers, and I called. Please, y'all, these Republicans, don't let this happen. Don't let him get in. Please don't let him get in. Please don't let him get in. For the sake of not your party, but the American people. Okay, Sidney Powell, y'all. She flipped. She flipped the flip. She's a flipper, y'all. Sidney Powell. It was Sidney Powell, John Eastwood, Giuliani, Chesborough. These were the key players. Meadows. These were 5 or 6 of the main, all the other folks. Let me tell you, y'all can say anything on it. Fannie Willis. She's a bad girl, y'all. 19 folks, and she began to chill right on down. When they start throwing that time at you, and let me tell you something. If you anybody, but you in your 60s and 70s, and they start throwing time at you, you're going to start singing like a bird. Because, you're 20 or something, and I didn't know anything about taxes years ago. I had a federal prison experience, but I was in my 20s. I was able many, many, many years to bounce back. Only went for a year, not even a year, it was 5 months really. Okay. But the point is, when you hit your 60s and your 70s and you got legal stuff in hard time, them folks, they couldn't survive like that. So what Sidney Powell did was good. And she got, and I heard some of the other January 6th, some other January 6th lawyers, they said it, but they pleaded guilty. Your client went to court, went to trial. When you go to trial, they throw the book at you. You cause them to spend money. Judge, prosecutor, juror got to sit up every day in a trial. So Cindy Powell, she's a flipper. Cheeseboro, he flipped today too. They tried to start the Monday. He flipped too. When she flipped, I told my wife, he gonna flip. He gonna flip because it's gonna start flipping now. Because these people were key folks that were pushing the false election lie. Okay, Giuliani can't even afford an attorney. The IRS have put a lien against his house. I think it's half of, I don't know, I can't think how much it is, but put a lien against his house in Florida. Other money that's been, come on. The Matt Pillerman, that's all I want to talk about. Mike Linda, how can you be so crazy, Mike? I don't know, my program, you may see my program. No, I don't know. I'm not going to say you'll never see my program. How can you, Mike Linda, have $1 million company, millions of dollars, and you get on board and lose everything? And you blame. Do you notice only thing they're doing is blaming people? The Republicans are blaming the Democrats because it was a Democrat job to keep McCarthy in office. That wasn't their job, and vice versa. That's not how they do it. But it's a blame. Blame this, blame. And it's a principle. When you don't take responsibility and you play the blame game, this is what keeps happening. So we're going to see. So we talked about the trial. There won't be a trial. They're flippers. That's what we call in the legal. They're flippers. They don't flip. And they're going to keep flipping. And they should keep flipping. Because you got a legal battle for a man that's not going to give you a dime, that's not going to pay your attorneys. And I'm looking for Giuliani. He needs to flip too, because he definitely couldn't go to federal prison. Not federal prison, state prison. They ain't federal prison. They're afraid of that Fulton. Oh, y'all. Man, just knowing the Fulton County Jail, there was any guilt in me, I said, y'all, come on, bring the plea. Yeah, bring no time either, bring the plea. Whatever, bring the agreement and the pen. Bring the pen to me, let me sign. Because I don't want to go to Fulton County Jail. People get killed, bed bugs. They would not go to federal prison, y'all. They would go to state prison. And Trump cannot get what you call that? He can't get the sentence thrown out. I can't think of what it is. Because it's state crime. So they're running scared. But American people, be on the lookout. Fact check. Check the facts. Read the indictments. You all are smart. When other folks are found guilty or did something, come on. I was listening to the other guy, I can't think of the other guy that's running for president, young guy. And one of the commentators say, so it's okay if Biden was to take the papers or whoever. That's okay, right? Oh, well, no. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the case in Florida, he may win that case because that judge, she went off on Jack Smith over something that she never should have went off on. So you kind of watch her rulings. He probably will win that case. It's in a district in Fort Pierce, when it's a highly red conservative district, so he may win that. I don't even really follow that case no more because I'm pretty, he may not, but the way she's going and what she's doing, she's going to do everything because Trump appointed Colleen, Connor, whatever her name is. He appointed her, so she's going to do, and she don't know what she's doing. So she's going to do everything she can to get him off. So I'm not even looking for that. She paused everything because his attorney said they needed a location to see the document. So she said, I'm just going to pause everything. So don't look at that case because most likely he'll get off on that one. But the other cases, the Georgia case, he won't get off. He won't get off because you got Sidney Powell and Cheeseboro testifying against him. That's a part of the plea. It's a little different. I tell you all these political things to be alert, fact check, so you know and you understand it from a different point of view. Out of all the networks, the conventional networks, the social media networks, you just fact check. Okay, it's been a wonderful evening. We talked about relationships, and I see y'all like that. I see that. I've got a lot of jumping tonight. Is there anything that I want to cover since y'all? Let's see. Of course, forgiveness. There's got to be forgiveness. You can't be in a relationship and there's no forgiveness. Because sometimes both of the individuals, your perception about something could be wrong when you think it's right. we're not really in dealing with people. We're not altogether sure. We're learning people. We're learning people. We're learning their likes and dislikes. We're learning people. Okay. So consider, and then once you're out of relationship, sometimes it's not so much a love that you're holding on to. Sometimes it's attachment because you've done some things with them, you've been some places, and whether it's good or bad, it's still the attachment. Okay. This is what I got from Pakistan. It says, "Dear D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute, I hope this message finds you well. I want to express my deep appreciation for the inspiring work you're doing, which I have been following on Facebook. This is a guy from Kenya. The teaching and spiritual guidance you provide have had a profound impact on my life and lives of many in Kenya." I said, wow. As a young member of the local community and politician, I believe there's a need for such teaching and spiritual guidance. I'm writing to you today with a heartfelt desire to explore the possibility of partnering with your company, the development company, which has a strong global presence. In Kenya, we're in need of guidance and mentorship to strengthen our spiritual journey and our personal growth. Your company commitment to these values aligns perfectly with our aspiration. By establishing a partnership with your company, we believe that we can further enhance our understanding of faith and spirituality. I love it. I love it. D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute is going in 100, and we are in 190. You don't say what you want, you say it as if it's done. Okay. Just in case, we don't have any major contributors yet. You all are major. I'm gonna say companies, but you all are major yet. So I want to put this up. Let me put this information up. If you want to contribute a donation or a seed, whatever you feel comfortable with, there's the information. If you want to cash app, I'm going to have the Stripe ready next week. If you want to cash app, I put that up right there. And you can, let me go on this side here. You can see all of that information that's there. Take your phone, QR code. Everybody today, if you would do, I need about 25 of you at least to do a 2023 donation, $20.23, or as close to it. If this platform is helping you contribute. I often say most of my mentors are books. They're gone. But I still buy their books. If I come across something I like, even an audio book, I still go in and buy the book because I want to show that I'm contributing. The more you sow, the more you receive. I'm sowing for information. I'm sowing for wisdom. And that's what you receive. You direct your seed. And you need wisdom. You need wisdom. Okay? So that's there. The information is there. If you're heartbroken, you're good now. Okay? You're good now if you're heartbroken. All right? Anything else? Don't forget, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm building my YouTube channel. I need y'all to go to the D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute and subscribe for me. Okay? Also, the daily mental wake-ups, we're working that you still can get them. One person told me, said, well, I didn't hit the link because I didn't know, can I subscribe or not yet? So I said, you hit the link. We will be set up for Stripe. We'll do that next week. Coaching, I still have some coaching slots available. So y'all contact me. Therapy is like going to the doctor. You got to know what you need. You know what I mean? You're crazy. No, you just mean you need somebody to give you a different perception and so many times somebody you don't know. I've been doing this for 47 years as a spiritual advisor. I've been doing it 15 years as a spiritual psychologist. I've been doing it 7 years as a personal development coach. So I think I can help you. And I've been doing this full time, 47 years. So I'm available to help you. Reach out to me, contact me. The Daily Mental Wake Ups. If you don't get them, let me know. Okay? And I will get them to you. Okay? It's been a wonderful experience. And I want to say to you, D. Leonard Hughes here. Thank you. All the information at the bottom. Zelle. We'll have Stripe ready next week. So, subscribing. Now, one person trying to subscribe, I understand. Setting it up. Peace out. Peter and Hughes here. Hey.